Hello, welcome, Guten Tag and Wunderbar. Welcome to the introductory episode of An American Abroad 1860 München. I am going to be your host for this series, Peter Schenkai, and I am here to get us started. So first, I want to introduce you to this exciting new series, American Abroad. A little bit about my own background. I am the former owner of a Premier League of America soccer team, Toledo United. You might see some of their jerseys behind me. I am a current coach, not a soccer coach, I'm a lacrosse coach, but a lot of the things that I have learned while playing Football Manager 23 I think are really interesting, really tie into the real world of coaching and teaching, and also tie into my work as a Premier League owner. And so I really want to share these things with people. My goal as a fairly new player myself is to help new players get involved in this fun game, especially from an American perspective. I've been hearing for years and years and years how excited people are to play Football Manager, and I was always nervous about it. I finally took the time, I dove into this game, I had a lot of fun with it, and I'll tell you what, it really is a great game. The goal of the series is to help learn about playing this fun game. At the same time, as an American, I want to spend time using this game to learn so much about the European leagues, not just the big leagues, not just the Premier League, not just the Liga, Serie A, the Bundesliga. I want to delve into these smaller clubs, these smaller teams. I think 1860 München is a perfect team to do this with. So, first things first. If you like this video, if you want to follow the series, please like this video, click that little thumbs up, give us a subscribe. There's going to be a lot of great content. All right, let's dive in. What is 1860 München and what is the German pyramid? So first and foremost, 1860 München. They are a team that plays in 3 Liga, the third tier of the German pyramid. If you're a Premier League fan, this would be like League One over there. One of the big things about this team is that they are in the same city as the mighty German giants Bayern Munich. So the goal is to get them from 3 Liga up to the Bundesliga. What you see right here is the actual German pyramid that is in place today. At the top is Bundesliga. That is the league that has been dominated by Bayern Munich for so many years. Bayer Dortmund did a really good job trying to get into this thing last year, trying to take it. It looked like last day of the year they would take it. They did not. Bayern Munich won it for the millionth time in a row. Below that is 2 Bundesliga. Again, same name, same type of ownerships here, kind of like what you see in La Liga, between La Liga and its lower tiers as well. You see it in Italy. You see it in France. Where things start to change is 3 Liga is not directly affiliated with the Bundesliga. Instead, it is much more like the 5th tier of the English pyramid, the National League, which is not really part of the EFL. It's not really part of the Premier League. It's something a little different. Same thing though, teams in 3 Liga are trying to get up to the Bundesliga 2 and eventually to the Bundesliga. And then below there, you start breaking out Germany into all its regional leagues. This would be like your National League North, your National League South in England. When I was in my Premier League of America days, we were a very Midwestern type of league. This was the type of things that we had down here, was these regional types of leagues. So, let's start a little bit with the history of 1860 München. Their roots date back to the 1840s, and they played their first competitive soccer game on March 6, 1899. They reached the national stages of the German League in the 1920s. Next thing we're going to talk about, we're going to spend a lot of time here talking German soccer here, and we're going to spend a lot of time using the word soccer, so I hope and European fans are okay with that. But one of the things we really do need to hit on, a lot of German soccer history at all of these different levels ties in to a lot of success in the 1930s and early 1940s, ties directly to the Nazis. They were very big in promoting sport. The Olympics that they hosted in Berlin have a lot of history to them. It's one of those things we just have to accept and credit as a part of history we have to deal with. We're not going to focus on it too much on the show, but it's a very important part of this club's history. It's a very important part of German soccer history and German sport history. They have moved into a lot of very different directions since the 1930s and 40s, but it's something that must be addressed. So let's talk about the period of greatest success, though. First off, the 1960s were absolutely the best time to be a 1860 München fan. They were a founding member of the modern Bundesliga in 1963. Bayern Munich was not. 1860 was. They were a finalist in the 1964-65 European Cup Winners' Cup, where they lost a thrilling game, it sounds like, to West Ham United at Wembley Stadium. That was probably the highlight of their entire history, was making it to that game. They went so far, went so hard, got to the Championship of Europe. They also won the 1965-66 Bundesliga title. It is their only Bundesliga championship to date. They beat out Dortmund. They beat out Munich. They had a final record of 24-10, 20 wins, 4 losses, 10 ties, 50 points. We're going to go with the American setup for all this as well. All right, so let's talk about where they are, though, today. 1860 München, not in a very good place. They are pretty much anchored into 3 Liga. They haven't been in the Bundesliga since 2003-2004. They haven't even been in the 2 Bundesliga since 2016-17. As a matter of fact, they went so far as to going down into Regionale Bayern in 2017-2018, that regional leagues that we were talking about. They spent 1 year there. They got right back up to 3 Liga. Since then, they have spent the last 5 seasons, this entire COVID era really, stuck in 3 Liga. Their highest finish was 4th place. You need to get at least top 3 to even try to move up to 2 Bundesliga. So, let's talk about last year. Elversberg was the championship last season. They're moving up. They're in 2 Bundesliga now. 1860 München, they finished a very mediocre 8th. They went 16, 13, 9, 57 points. That's what we're trying to beat this year. We actually play the game, go through season 1 with this team in Football Manager 23. We're going to try to do this thing, try to get them up there, above that 8th place finish, try to get them into 2 Ligas, see how quickly we can do it. This game is realistic, though. It's not like playing FIFA. It's really, really tough. Same time, the DFB Pokal, the German Cup. They lost in the first round to Dortmund. Quick, one and done there. They did reach the Bavarian Cup regional type of tournament quarterfinals. That was kind of their season highlight last year. All right, so what are our goals short and long term with this new show? What we want to do, we want to first off get 1860 back up there into the Bundesliga. We then want to win the DFB Pokal. As you can see, they've won it twice, once in 1942, once in 1964. It's been an awful long time. Let's try to do it. If you've played Football Manager, you'll know that Bayern Munich is absolutely the dominant team on this game in the Bundesliga. Our goal is to topple them. If you've never played Football Manager, you should know that Bayern Munich is the top team in Bundesliga. Our goal is to topple them. And then we want to compete for European glory. We want to actually win a European title that came so close once. Let's actually see if we can do it. And that'll conclude this introductory episode. If you like this episode, if you want to follow the series, follow our progress in Football Manager 23. If you're a new player, you just want to learn this game, if you're an exciting fan of the Bundesliga, you want to learn more about us, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Thank you for watching the introductory episode of An American Abroad, 1860 München.